Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia. Welcome to Tracy's Sunday Challenge. It is the 19th of May. I'm so happy that you're here. This week's theme is a fun fold, so I'm super excited to see what everyone's going to create. I'm using one of the new suites from the new annual catalogue called Mediterranean Blooms. If you have not seen this suite, you need to see this suite. It is so pretty. It's on page 34-35 of the annual catalogue, and as I'm filming this, all I have in my stash is actually the DSP. I didn't have the bundle or the embellishments or anything like that. I just had the DSP, so that is what we're creating with today. But you need to look at that whole suite. It's really pretty. So I've got my normal card base here. I've also just scored in half, and then I've scored at 1 inch on the left hand side of the card. That's going to create our fun fold. Very simple, but this really looks so pretty, and it looks spectacular, but it's just a very basic card, which is really good. I'm using coordinating cardstock of Granny Apple Green and Basic White, and the card base is in Night of Navy. So just quickly, that DSP, which is called Mediterranean Blooms 12x12, the coordinating colours are Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Garden Green, Balmy Blue and Night of Navy. One side are all citrus based designs, and then the opposite side is like the Mediterranean blues and different designs. So such pretty DSP. I don't know anyone that's not going to love this DSP or this suite. Okay, so I have got a few of my pieces cut down. I've got a piece of matting in Granny Apple Green for the front of the card. I've also got my DSP for the front. I've got an inside piece of Basic White, and then I'm just going to cut 2 strips for the inside matting and that little 1 inch flap as well. So both in Granny Apple Green, and then I'm using the opposite side of that DSP for that Night of Navy DSP. All the measurements, you can find those over on my blog, so please go over there. There is a link in the description of this video to check that out. Now, with this week's theme of a fun fold, you can do any fun fold you like. So you do not have to recreate this one, although you can if you really like to. It's a very easy one to create. So, but yeah, come and join in the challenge. It's always fun to see people join in. This card comes together so quickly once I have all the layers worked out. As you can see, I'm actually creating this card as we go. I haven't created a sample card, so I'm sort of getting the measurements as I go. That's why I'm sort of fumbling a little bit. What I really wanted to do was really use this beautiful DSP to share and show how pretty it is and how easy it is just to create beautiful cards just using the DSP. So I'm just going to adhere that basic white piece to the inside of the card, and then we're going to layer our 2 matting pieces with our DSP. These are these little strips. And that little pop of the white diamonds on Night of Navy is so pretty. Gives it that real wow factor. When I was actually cutting down the bases, I was actually going to use that piece as the front piece. But then when I turned it over and really showed off those beautiful oranges, I just had to go that instead. So I'm also using the deckled circle dies to die cut a circle to adhere down our fussy cut piece of lemon. Lemon of oranges. There's in the DSP there's 3 oranges all together, and I'm just going to fussy cut that out of the DSP and pop that down onto the deckled circle out of Basic White. So I'm just layering the 2 front pieces as well for the front of the card. And you know, there's in the DSP there's big lemons, there's big oranges, there's little lemons, little oranges, and then there's also one that's a mixture of oranges and lemons in the DSP paper. It's really pretty. So you've got a sort of a mixture of 1 or groups of 2 or 3. I'm going to actually cut out a group of 3. And I'm going to use that one. So now I believe the dies will cut out some of those images as well. So Yeah, there's a die that'll cut out a group of 3 and a die that'll cut out a grouping of one orange. Yeah, so pretty. I love the colours in this as well. The Night of Navy Balmy Blue is really, really pretty. And although I've used Granny Apple Green, the colours are Old Olive and Garden Green, but I think the Granny Apple Green really, really suits it as well. A little bit more brighter than either using Garden Green or Old Olive. So it's just going to take a couple of minutes to quickly fussy cut around. What you want to do is you want to leave that little white line as you're cutting out. That will help to draw your eye to the image. Now, if you're in need of this beautiful DSP, and I think everyone needs to have this in your stash, or maybe the whole suite, you can purchase it in my online store. I have some wonderful gifts that I give out to my wonderful customers each month. You'll receive a handmade card as well as a bundle tutorial from the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. If you spend over $65 in product, you'll also receive the monthly tutorial bundle, which will have between 40 and 60 wonderful projects that will keep you inspired for the whole month. And I would love it if you purchase through me. I'd love to spoil you as a customer and get you crafting. Alright, so I have my die cut from the deckled circles all done. I'm going to actually pop up that fussy cut piece with some dimensionals. Now, one trick I will tell you, because that circle is actually a little bit smaller than the die cut, and I don't realize this until I start to pop it down, you don't need to put your dimensionals right to the very edge, because if they're popping over the circle, they're going to attach to your card and not let your card open properly. So just a quick little note there. See where you need to put your dimensionals before placing them down. I do have to take off a couple of those, so just to make sure that there was no overlapping dimensionals to ruin my card. But then I can start popping it down. I'm also using some really great embellishments. Now, these are not in the catalogue. You won't find them in the catalogue, but they are an online exclusive and available. They're the adhesive backed shiny sequins, and they come in 4 beautiful colours. I'm not exactly sure of what the colours are, but there's a green, there's a yellow, there's a orange, and then a pink. And to me it sort of looks like Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lolly, I'm not sure about the purple because it's a little bit too dark for pumpkin pie. And then, yeah, I've got no idea, to be honest. But they're really, really pretty and they go so well. I actually use the lemony colour ones, the orange, the yellow ones. But there's really nice orangey ones there as well that I could have popped down and they would have looked great. And I love, you know, the look of these. They sort of bright and shimmery and really sparkle in that light. Well, and that's the end of our card. So I hope that you will join in this week's Tracy's Sunday Challenge. The theme is Fun Folds. Come and join in. If you're in need of any of the supplies that I've used on today's card, you can purchase them in my online store. If you've enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. I'd love it if you left me a comment, and if you haven't hit subscribe, you could do that as well. Alright everyone, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I hope to see you all soon. Alright, bye bye.